Now, British women are the fattest women in Western Europe, but still not as big as the Americans. That's, I suppose, some consolation. And British men are the fourth fattest, Ireland being the fattest, Spain and Andorra second and third, with us fourth. Body mass index of the clinically obese and the overweight spreading, if you'll forgive the pun, everywhere. Now, we just heard a news item about the increase in the number of women at risk from breast cancer, and one of the contributory factors to cancer and other illnesses is serious levels of overweightness. Julia Buttery is a weight loss expert, so I'm going to consult her about her 3stepslim.co.uk, which I want to sign up for, Julia, because I want to lose a stone. That was my New Year resolution. But first, on the big picture, if you'll forgive the pun, why are we so fat?
Well, George, hello.
Hi.
Very happy to have you sign up for my course, George. I shall be calling you later.
Yes, I hope so.
So why are we getting so overweight? Well, it's a number of things, really. I mean, you've only got to walk down the high street, and the high street's just full of takeaway places, coffee shops. You go in the supermarket.
And very few people just have a coffee, don't they? They're enticed into buying one of these delicious buns or a little snack to go with it.
Absolutely, yes. And the food that we eat in the supermarkets, the processed food as well, is full of fat, sugar, salt, but also the chemicals that the food industry are using as well. And what's happened is people have become addicted to food and all the chemicals within it. And also we lead stressful, busy lives as well. So we're constantly looking for quick ways to eat. We're not eating healthily enough, and also other factors in our lives make us overeat, such as sadness, stress, busyness, all those kind of things. So we're just plain eating too much.
And not doing enough.
And not doing enough, no, because we're all hopping in our cars and driving to the bus stop or whatever it is we're doing as well. So,
well, I stopped smoking cigars at 45 days ago, since when I've been eating like a horse. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but I have to do something. Tell us about your 3 steps.
Tell me about, okay, that's 3 steps. Okay, so what we do is we really delve down into what it is that's going on for that particular person. So we're making them aware of what their current habits are, what their food triggers are, what their daily lifestyle is as well. And also people have a lot of beliefs around why they're overweight in the first place, particularly women. They will sort of blame it on, perhaps something that's gone in their family, like their mothers were overweight.
Big-boned, that's what they used to say.
Big-boned, all those kind of myths.
I've always been big-boned, yes.
Exactly, yes, and I can never do anything about my metabolism. Well, that's not true, because I can help people speed that up. And then we get people to really commit to what they really want, really visualize what they want for their weight and health, what it costs them not to be healthy, and get them to commit to a plan so they can stick to it. And it's not about kind of depriving themselves of food or starving or just eating lettuce, which is what most diets do. It's about really eating good, healthy food that tastes great as well. So it's just re-educating them back.
Julia, isn't it, I don't know if you heard the show earlier, but one of our legendary callers, Carlin Plasto, made a brilliant point, I thought, that fat was the new thin. Fat is poverty. That in the past, in the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, poor people were thin and rich people were fat. Now it's the other way round. And if that's true, that people, because of the costs of eating healthily, the difficulties of eating healthily, are eating junk because they're poor, well, we're going to get further and further into this problem over the next couple of years, aren't we?
Absolutely, but I don't believe that you need to have a large income to eat healthily. You've only got to go to the local market and pick up all sorts of fresh fruit and vegetables for less price than you pick them up in the supermarkets. And if people just fill their baskets full of pizza and all sorts of food that I wouldn't feed a dog, quite personally, and they're probably spending more than if they knew how to cook fresh, healthy food. And I think that goes back to the education. I mean, we saw Jamie Oliver go into schools, and children didn't know what vegetables looked like. So our whole habits in society have just changed.
He did a great job with that, Julia. What happened to that initiative? Is that still going?
I believe so, but...
Do you remember there were mothers coming up to the school fences and smuggling in junk for their kids who were revolting at being forced to eat healthily?
But why do that to your child? I mean, that's just appalling. And that's through lack of the mothers knowing what they're doing to their children as well. So, I mean, there's a huge problem in society, and it's very easy to point the finger at the fat person and laugh at them, but actually they don't stand a chance. They've only got to walk down the high street and you know...
Well, I'll tell you, I mean, when I was a kid, so few were the fat kids that I can remember them all. I've got them in my mind now.
Yeah, there was one in the class, wasn't
Tubby Swinton. Fatty this. I mean, it was wicked and vicious what people used to say about them, but they were very much the exception. But now we have a society where, well, as these statistics show, we've got the fattest women in Western Europe and the fourth fattest men. It's amazing.
And it's shocking.
Yeah.
It's shocking.
So what are we going to do? Are we all going to 3stepslim.co.uk?
I think you all are, yes. And actually what I'd love as well is I have a Facebook page, 3 Step Slim Facebook page, and I'd love for your listeners to make comments and let me know where they are and stuff like that as well. So it'd be great if I could have their views on what's going on with them.
Okay, so it's what? www.3stepslim.co.uk. And how do you get on the Facebook?
It's just 3 Step Slim. So find my page on 3 Step Slim.
Okay.
And I look forward to hearing from you, George, as well.
Well, you'll need to contact me because I don't know how to get in touch with you. Give our wonderful producer Laura, who I don't know why, but is indicating she might want to sign up as well.
Okay.
All right. Thanks very much, Julia Buttery. What a wonderful name for a dietitian. Buttery. Sounds so calorific. 08717 22 33 44.